Right, take two. Here we go, Steve.
Fucking hell, it blinded me, that one.
Good evening, campers. And as is standard now, I am back in Wales again. And again, treated with amazing weather. It seems to be that I've taken the brilliant weather from the south and brought it up here. Amazing. And there you go, as you'd expect, there's a tent, my tent's sort of all up in the background, but this is not like any of the normal camps that I've done before. I'm not actually wild camping tonight. What I am doing is almost wild camping. I'm on one of those almost wild camping sites that some of you might be familiar with. But if you're not, it's a lovely little place in the middle of absolutely nowhere. It's about a 3-mile drive just to get here, like to a dead end road. And you've got acres and acres and acres of land. But you've also got a toilet and a shower as well. So a bit of luxury. And the reason for this tonight is because I am not alone. It took a bit of work, but I persuaded. Don't know if he's there behind me. Can I see him? He's vanished. Steve, where are you? Oh, there he is. I've got my mate Steve with me. And he was up for a bit of camping. So we're going to hopefully have a good night. Not sure if you can make it out behind, but we've got we've been given permission to have a campfire. We weren't sure whether that was going to happen because obviously it's been so dry in England recently that campfires were a big no-no, but it hasn't been as wet up here. So yeah, campfire is going to happen soon, as is some cooking. And Steve, I know you're pretty hungry, aren't you? So he's got the beers in his hand. We've got the river. I think the river's going to be the fridge. So I think that's what Steve's going to do now. Let's go and get these beers chilled. So here we go. This is Steve Grill's field. Currently hunting for...
If you're going to video everything, I'm going to chuck a beer bottle at you.
It's been an interesting trip so far, shall we say. But one of the first things we did, I wish I'd had it on camera, we were putting the tent up and he fell over the tent and putting it up. It was absolutely brilliant. And that's without any alcohol. Now, if I was a gambling man, I'd reckon these are probably going to float away within the next 5 minutes. But we'll see how we do. Here we go. I reckon Steve's done a pretty good job there. Let's give him some time to chill. So here we go. Steve Grills. I tell you, this man is very, very hungry indeed. We did a pretty good hike earlier. And I've done loads of hiking, but I tell you, Steve, he's a trail runner and he was leaving me in the dust. Super quick. I mean, how high did we climb again, Steve, in that walk?
1,600 feet?
Yeah, sort of 1,600, 1,700 feet. This is where hopefully we don't set alight to the rest of the campsite.
We're filming it. It's very likely we're meeting this.
But Steve, is this the first time you've actually done like a bit of campfire cooking?
First time I've ever cooked anything apart from on the stove, and even now I catch fire.
And
the stove catches fire.
I know it's early days, but you're quite enjoying this, aren't you? So far? Yeah.
It is. As long as I don't have a repeat of the burger incident I had in the last oven where it caught fire.
Right. Well, everything's vegetarian this time, so hopefully we're safe. But here we go. We've got the little bush box doing its job, and hopefully we'll be eating very, very soon. I've got the jet boil going. I'm on rice duties. Steve's on the vegetarian chili duty. So, and if Steve's idea as well, we've got some tortilla chips, so we're gonna eat well and hopefully drink well as well. So as you can see, we have properly settled in, made a right old mess. But I tell you, dinner went down really, really well. Didn't even touch the sides. But I thought before we settle in for the rest of the evening, I thought I'd just quickly show you where we are, tell you a bit about it. So I believe the site we're staying on is called Wonderful Wilderness. It's sort of halfway between, you could say it's just outside Snowdonia, probably about 10 miles east of Dolgellapwll. It's in a cracking spot. I mean, we went for an amazing walk earlier, and I tell you where we are, it's pretty remote, sort of 3 miles from the sort of down a single track lane. But it's brilliant. I mean, you've got the owners sort of live in that house there. Really, really nice they were, really, really friendly. And there's about 50 acres here altogether. And there's only about sort of somewhere between 6 and 8 pitches. So you've got loads of room. And in fact, where you can see that wall, that is our pitch. So look how much room we've got. We chose a little spot here just because it's close enough to the fire without being so close that we're going to burn ourselves alive. And also, we've got a lovely little river down here. I mean, those who love wild camping will know that you can't beat sort of the sound of a bubbling brook. Absolutely amazing. Hopefully it's not going to make us go backwards and forwards to the loo all night. But instead, it's just, I personally love just drifting off to the sound of running water. It's really, really nice. And actually, the owner, Steve, did show us it's a great swimming spot. about 2 minutes walk. So the plan is to go there in the morning. And yeah, I'll show you now, actually, just over there, we've got the shower and the loo. I think that's where Steve's doing the washing up. Hopefully in the shower and not in the toilet. Let's go and have a look. Talking of the devil, here he is. How's it looking?
There's no water.
You laugh, what?
There's no water.
What, no water in the tap?
No.
There was, so it must have...
There's no more.
Okay. All right. Well, you've got them clean pretty well, so I don't know what you used.
The remaining bit of the water.
All right. Well, well done. We're clean.
There's a tank in there. We've just exhausted it.
That didn't last very long, did it?
Well, I have been literally running it to clean this stuff.
Oh, well. Never mind.
Well, yeah.
Might have to go and have a little word.
Yeah. Can we
But
have some more water, please?
Might have to go and do that. Never mind. Could be worse things. Sorry, guys. I did say I was going to show you the facilities, and then I got distracted by the lack of water. But here we go.
There's no water.
Is there any water in the shower?
No.
We might have to try and... I love it went on now and just absolutely... Anyway, here's the loo. Steve, would you like to give us a guided tour? Or do you want me...
Sit on it?
What's that?
Do you want me to go?
Oh, you want to sit on it? That's optional. You can just talk us through it if you want. Or you could just bugger off. All right, you bugger off. I'll show him around. Right, so we first of all got a lovely, luxurious composting toilet. I'm sure many of you have used it before, but if you haven't, you've got it's very good for the environment. Obviously, what you do goes down that hole, and then you use a bit of sawdust, and you put it down there afterwards. We did have some nice facilities here, but as Steve said, we've run out of water. I think we're going to go have a word and see if we can get some more in a minute. Same with the shower. I mean, it's all really clean. I mean, the website says it's going to be hot water, so that'll be really, really nice in the morning. So yeah, great having that. And I would say if you're somebody who's never wild camped before, like Steve, you know, this is a great place to come to give it a try, because you've got, I mean, this is as good as wild camping as you're going to get. I mean, it's a beautiful wild place, but you've got that comfort of, yeah, what you've just seen there, and also people not too far away. Well worth to visit this place, definitely. And I think so far, I mean, we haven't got through the whole night, but so far Steve's enjoying it. Right, let's go and have a bit more of an, I think we're going to go and have a bit of a walk and explore the rest of the site, and then we'll get the fire going. Chill out, have a couple of beers. So here we go. Grills himself is going to get the fire going for us.
I don't think you need to be Bear Grylls someone to fire.
But don't ruin it here, Steve. There might be some watchers who actually are really impressed with things like this. You just don't know.
Just buy an older house
Wait.
if you want to. Buy an old house with a nice good chimney, and you can pretty much do this without having to go far.
Yes, thank you very much, Stephen. Right. Now,
subscribe.
now, Stephen, there's something down here on the floor I think you need.
I've got to get the wood out first.
Hang on a minute. You've got your old... sorry, viewers. I promise you, we do know what we're doing here. You know, we've got some sort of idea. Steve, do you not want to light this first as it is? Get the fire, get the flames up, and then put the big logs on.
No, I want to put one log on.
And then it'll go out like this. Do you know what? You lived in an old house, as you said. You lived in an old house with a fire, so you know what you're doing. I'm going to let you crack on.
Oh yeah, that's not bad.
But come on, we don't want the viewers getting bored. Sorry, viewers, if you are getting slightly bored of this. Come on, Steve. Right. Now, Steve, you've never used one of these, have you?
Edit this and like.
No, you're going to be first time. If you used the... That's easy. So, go on, let's give it a whirl. Watch this. First time? Go on, you've got to give it.
Go on,
So he's showing the power of perseverance here. He's not quitting.
Fuck, I've broken it.
Okay, let's stop there. I'll come back in a minute. I'll be back. Right, take two. Here we go, Steve.
Fucking hell, that blinded me, that one.
Here we go.
So, do you want it? Because it's getting dark.
God, I'm just getting lit.
I did it!
Yeah, look, the satisfaction in that man's voice. He's a proud man right now.
How much does this cost?
I don't know, Steve. Steve, it's going to go out. Don't let it go out. We might not ever get a flame fire again. You've got to keep blowing it or whatever. I think you have anyway.
That's not going to go out.
No, actually, we're all good. So, 5 minutes later, how are we doing, Steve?
Gone out 3 times.
But as I said, everyone, we do know what we're doing.
You know what you're doing, I haven't got a clue.
Which is why I'm going to let you do it. I'll tell you what, Steve's priority at the moment is not the fire, but I don't know. Wait, he said he wants a fire, but then he's asking me for beer, so I'm gonna go get some beer for him. I'll come back, and do you know what? I reckon he'll have
I
it.
think it's ready to put the log on yet.
Well, go, you go for it if you want, and we'll soon find out. Sorry, Steve, you just said something very, very profound there. Do you mind repeating that, please?
I said, isn't it true that all man needs, or all animals need, well, all humans need is essential for needs? Are you filming me?
Yes, I am. I just thought, this might change someone's life.
Food, water, fire, and shelter.
This is very true. And I must say, check out this fire. I tell you, Steve, it might not have gone according to plan, or it might not have been plain sailing right at the start, but look at the fire this man has made.
Plain sailing from the start. You gave me something I'd never used before.
This is true. I'm sorry. You're quite right. And you did know what you were doing. I mean, look at this. Steve, what's the trick? Like, how have you made it so good?
So essentially, when you lay the kindling down, you want to create like a crosses, so you create a box and you lay the logs on top. Basically what you do is you create a heat chamber below, which kind of heats the logs.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, it's not...
So anyone looking to repeat this, they know what to do now, don't they?
Yeah, I think there's probably other YouTube videos you can follow. And...
Thanks, Steve. Cheers. Send everyone in the opposite direction.
Subscribe.
Cut.
That's very hot.
Thank you for that sound observation, Steve.
Oh, bloody hell.
Your alarm's going off in your car. Well, what are you bloody yelling about? What, because I'm filming you again?
Yeah.
I'll be slightly camera shy, Steve.
I am when I'm burning myself.
You're doing a brilliant job. I've got every faith in you, don't worry.
You're going to have to put loads of beeps on this.
Don't worry, I don't think any kids watch it, we're fine. Let's hope so.
Oh, if I kick that...
Anyway, what's all there with your leg going in? Great job. It's absolutely roasting this. I keep saying to Steve, this is one of the best fires I've ever seen. The man's a god.
I'm not God, it's how to make a fire.
Oh, you're downplaying yourself, Steve.
When you read the news, you think, and in other news, in southern Oxfordshire, there was a fire burning down 3 schools. It wasn't me.
So anybody viewing this from Oxfordshire County, yeah.
It wasn't me who burnt down the Oxfordshire County Council buildings.
It weren't
Although
Steve.
I did know about it.
Do I cut again? I don't
No, cut.
No, cut. Right, 2 hours later and the fire is still going. Cracking job. And actually we're thinking about, well, we're going to let the fire die down and then we're going to call it a night after that. But yeah, we've been chatting about everything from, I don't know, Steve, what has a conversation consisted of this evening? It's been a bit of everything, hasn't it?
I'm not sure you can record this.
Can I not?
No.
I don't think we spoke about anything that controversial. Did we not?
I'm trying to think of something inappropriate to say.
Why has everything got to be inappropriate?
Because it's going to go on YouTube.
So you think everything on YouTube should be controversial?
Absolutely.
If you agree, please comment below. Do you know what? I've got a funny feeling this video may be the most popular one I've made so far. But there's not much to go on because I've currently got about 34 subscribers with 20 videos. So there's not a great track record going on here.
Yeah, Dan's mum might be a bit disappointed in my behaviour still,
For those of you who don't know, myself and Steve, we've been mates. We're approaching 40, would you believe it or not? I mean, I know it's hard to believe with our youthful good looks.
Well done for bringing the night down, Dan.
Sorry about that, Steve. But yeah, we've known each other since we were 12? First year at secondary school. And yeah, the friendship's still going strong.
And I remember we went camping as well when we were 15.
We did.
Yep.
And I'm laughing because what's your memory of that trip, Steve?
Well, and you put
Basil's
the
word.
tent up and do the food.
We arrived
I'm not...
after cycling for 25 miles. We dropped the stuff. Steve went off and played football. I stood there and started crying because I had to do it all myself.
And we had a lovely evening and a lovely meal, if I remember, of meatballs, potatoes, mushy peas. What else did it have?
Yeah, Steve helped me with none of the shopping and criticised everything that I bought. Sorry, say that again.
I thought it was tasty, but we just made it in one saucepan, so it didn't look very appeasing.
It did. It just, yeah. But yeah, our track record with camping, that was the only thing we did, so it wasn't great.
The last time I went camping.
Was it really?
Yeah, it was actually the last time I went camping.
God, so I mean, I know it's still, you haven't actually tried sleeping yet, but what's your experience been like tonight so far, would you say?
Good. I've actually enjoyed it. But partly because I probably helped put the tent up after your instructions, so...
This is very true.
I had another clue what I was doing.
I'll tell you...
we're going to build 3 tents, but then I worked out that's actually it. But I think we've done a good job. It's bigger than I thought it would be.
Well, thank you very much, Stephen. That means a lot. Thank you. But yeah, I'm sure, as Steve said, it's just been brilliant sitting here tonight. You know, Steve's got 2 kids, 2 young boys, so he's always on the go. He's always busy. So I'm guessing, I mean, I don't want to speak for you, Steve. I'm guessing just sitting here and just chilling by the fire, it's not really something you get to do very often, is it?
No, I think that's kind of part of the appeal of camping. It's just a nice walk, a slower pace of life, and yeah, you just get to chill a little bit and you switch off. I think we forget in our daily lives of working 9 to 5 that, you know, sometimes it's important to switch the brain off and just do nothing. And so yeah, it's been nice.
That's been good, and the beers have certainly helped as well. Or in Steve's case, the cider, which I've helped you with the last bottle. That was very, very nice as well. But you know, I think we'll call it quits there. We're going to sit and enjoy the rest of the fire. But hopefully you've enjoyed it this evening. Hopefully we sleep all right, and I guess we'll see you in the morning. Night night. Good morning all. Well, as you can see, it was a pretty wet night and a wet morning. And the funniest thing about it was the fact that there was no rain forecast at all. Just goes to show when you're in Wales that the weather does its own thing. You know, it was supposed to be clear last night and it tipped it down instead. Never mind, we stayed dry inside the tent. And in fact, that is the first time I've properly shared a tent with another person. I wasn't sure how cosy it was going to be in there with Steve. But actually, with no backpack and stuff in there, it was actually surprisingly roomy. So all was good, other than a few odd noises coming from Stephen's side of the tent during the night. I suppose that's what a chili does when you have it for dinner. Anyway, we've packed away. You can probably see a little patch there behind. I know we're not completely wild camping, but I've still followed the old motto, LNT, leave no trace. So yeah, all cleared away. Fire, if you can probably see it, all sorted as well. So hopefully you've enjoyed the video and sort of our antics last night. Steve's got the car all packed up. There he is. So that's the end of the video for now. We're actually going to head off now. We're going off for our next little adventure into the hills. So I might do a little video there as well. But anyway, if you enjoyed it, don't forget to like and subscribe. Despite what that man over there said, I mean, there are other videos. You can watch them as well. But this one, hopefully you enjoyed it. Anyway, I'm waffling. So that's enough. See you soon. Adios.